fun push-ups. We got push-ups for 20 more seconds. Sorry YouTube, I forgot to start the video. Any type of push-up that works for you and your body. Dropping the knees if you need to. We're coming to that bent over row with dumbbells / resistance bands in 3, 2, 1. Bringing it up, grabbing those weights, hinge at the hip, kind of getting in that deadlift, row, row. If you only have lighter weights, you can do like a reverse fly. You'll hit some similar muscles. Pinch those shoulder blades back in together. Good, I see lots of good rows. You can also take it like into a lunge position as well. 4, 3, back to push-ups, 2, and 1. Drop those weights, right back to push-ups. Again, there's no rest built in, and it's only strength from now on. So, you're trying to move as non-stop as possible, making the strength almost become cardio. Trying to burn it out. We're hitting the front of that body, the chest and tricep, and then standing up and hitting the back of that body, the back and bicep. Evening out those muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Bent over, row. Hinge at the hip, send the butt back, rowing your arms straight back. My brother had some leftover heavy dumbbells, which is so nice because now I have heavy dumbbells for myself. I mean, these are 25 pounds, which is a good weight. They look like they're like 50-pound dumbbells. They're not. They're 25, which is still probably heavy. But 10 more seconds. Whew. I did back and bicep yesterday. 4, 3, 2, push up. Last round of push-ups here. Remember, there's no rest. Transitioning as quickly as you will allow. If your weights are on the floor, practice using a deadlift to pick them up. Don't bend through the back. Use that deadlift to lift all the way from the ground. Keep it moving. 15 more seconds. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, bent over row. Last round here. Bent. We're coming right into a chest press with those dumbbells after this. If you don't have dumbbells, you just have resistance bands. Maybe try a wider or a narrower push-up to just change up that movement a little bit. Unless you have a bench that you can lay those bands across to hit that movement. You have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna lay it down. I'm gonna restart that timer, so don't worry about hurrying here. You're gonna lay it down, weights overhead, press through that chest press. Up and down. Feel free to get started, but I'm gonna restart that timer. 3, 2, 40 seconds starting now. We're gonna stay in this laying down position, and when that timer goes, you're gonna drop one of your weights, bring the other weight overhead, and you're gonna tap the ground behind you, keeping your elbows extended. If that articulation doesn't make sense, I'll show you in just a moment. Keep going. You have 10 more seconds, but if you can see the screen, you're gonna hold one dumbbell. You're gonna touch the ground back behind you, keeping your elbows fully extended. 3, 2, right here. Touch the ground behind you, extend up. Your elbows stay almost locked out. They never bend. This is not tricep, this is upper back. Extend those arms, bringing it up. If you have 2 medium weights, this will probably work with medium weights as well. Try to never set the weight on the ground. You're tapping the ground so you know you've reached that full range of motion, but you're not letting the arms rest, holding it for maybe that split second. We're coming back into the chest press in 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need to sit it up for a moment to grab those weights, feel free. Chest press. Push through the chest, bringing those weights together right over the sternum. Again, your elbows, when they touch the ground, they don't put any weight into the ground. Your chest is engaged the whole time. Push through. We've got core after this to finish out class once we finish our 3 sets here. 15 seconds. Keep your core engaged, keep your back flat on the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one of those heavy weights. If you're using heavy, you can still use both medium, down, and lift. Try and hold for that split second back behind you. Good, I can barely see you guys, but I can still see you. Good, keep it up. Hitting that upper back. Tapping the ground behind you. Good. We've got one more round of each, then we're finishing off class with some core. Keep it moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set of chest press. Right here. My cat is passed out on the couch. That's where I'll be after this probably. Keep it up. I have to go to the grocery store. My tragic life. Keep moving. Press and lower. That chest should be burning here a little bit. Again, try and hold for that split second at the very bottom. Not letting those elbows touch the ground. Coming to just a millimeter off the ground. Be sure that you're breathing. You have 10 more seconds here. And then we're finishing off class with a bunch of core. 4, 3, 2. We got that arm extension overhead. Weight overhead. Tap the ground behind you and lift. Tap the ground behind you and lift. Moving as quickly as you can between these exercises. Make sure you breathe. We got core and then we stretch after this. Keep it up. 10 seconds. Nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, quick rest. Set those weights off to the side. We might use them a little for core. I'll give you an option to, but we won't necessarily use them. We're gonna get started with a slow mountain climber. So you're gonna be in like a push-up position, knee to same elbow. Knee to same elbow. Starting here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee to same elbow. Nice and slow. Try and hold for that split second, getting that core to engage. You might feel a little bit of the chest working here too. That is a good thing. Your chest is stabilizing that shoulder. Your shoulder should be burning too, maybe the tricep, keeping that elbow extended. Try not to lock out those elbows. Good, everyone looks good. This is as fast as you can go. 10 seconds, or as fast as you want to go. 5, 4, take it onto your back. 3, 2, and you have a bicycle here. Elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Twist, elbow to opposite side. Lifting the shoulder blade up and off the ground. We're doing 2 rounds of the same exercise. So we're gonna flip it back over for that plank, knee to elbow. When that chime goes, if you can hear it, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but keep it moving. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flipping it right over as fast as you can flip it. Knee to same elbow. Keep that core tight. Keep those abs engaged. press the ground away from you. Hitting planks and stuff is so good for your whole body, but if you need to drop it down to those knees, feel free, drop it down to the knees. You can pull that knee up still, hitting that same movement. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, bicycle. Flipping it over, this is our last round of these exercises. Moving on to new exercises after this. This is not necessarily speed. Trying to get a good deep contraction, lifting the shoulder blades off the ground. Touching that elbow to your opposite knee while keeping your elbow as far back as you can. You have 10 more seconds. We're going to flip it over into a forearm plank. 4, 3, 2, forearm plank. Flipping it over, elbows down, back flat. You're going to tip the hips to one side, tip the hips to the other. Tip, 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 tip. Keep the core tight, actively sucking that belly button back toward your spine. 20 more seconds here. Deep breathing. We're flipping it over for a crunch in 4, 3, 2, 1. Flipping it over, bend those knees, reach those hands up toward the sky. Lift, lower. This is where maybe if you want to add some weight, you can totally add a dumbbell here. Lifting that dumbbell up toward the sky. But it's certainly just an option. Remember, we just got 2 rounds here, and then switching exercises one last time for one more group of core exercises before we stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1 more round right here. Flipping it over, forearm plank, tip, hips, side to side. Your shoulders should be burning just a little bit, especially if you have that weight overhead. That's just putting a little extra work on the shoulders. So you can always drop the knees here. You can still shift side to side with those knees on the ground. Feel how that core engages to stabilize through the hips and through the spine and through the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Crunch. Up and down. Up and down. We're finishing off with a side plank. We're doing 40 seconds on one side, 40 seconds on the other, and then hitting some obliques on the ground to finish up class. Using that weight if you want to. My shoulders are done. We got a side plank coming up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an elbow down, lift up one arm, stack or stagger those feet, or drop that bottom knee and bring the top foot up if you need extra support. Holding up, you can be on the hand as well. That puts a little bit more work on the shoulder, and my shoulders are done. So I'm not taking that option. If you want to add a little bit of movement, you can add kind of a little pulse up and down here with those hips. We're going to be switching to the opposite side in 10 seconds. So keep holding. Feel that burn through the shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Opposite arm down, opposite arm up. Try to take the same option you did on the other side. The shoulder should have gotten a chance to rest, so it shouldn't be that bad. Remember, you can stagger those feet, you can stack the feet, pull that top foot up. Maybe add some hip movements. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Everyone's looking good. Nice strong planks. 15 more seconds. Hold strong, we're coming onto the back. in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it onto your back, shifting it up to lift and tip side to side, tapping your heels. Hold up in that crunch and tip side to side. We're going through this one more time. Side plank on each side with the side to side heel tap. And then we're gonna stretch it out. We're almost there. Push through till the end. Hold yourself up as high as you can. If you're not tipping very far, just walk your feet out further in front, forcing yourself to tip just a little bit further. Side plank in 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank. 40 seconds, maybe adding that little hip lift and lower, or scooping that top arm under and lift, under and lift, or just holding it. We don't have to do anything to make it fancy if you don't want to. You can also lift that top leg to add a little bit of hip flexor and deep glute as well. So many options. Everyone's looking good. I see lots of options being taken. That makes me happy. 4, 3, 2, switch sides. Opposite side. Taking the same movements you did, maybe adding that hip lift and lower, maybe adding that top arm scoop and lift, scoop and lift, or just holding. Whatever you can do. Keep your core tight, keep those hips lifted. You have 15 more seconds. We're gonna heel tap, and then we're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna get a nice full body stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, crunch position, heel taps. Lift the shoulder blades up off the ground and tip side to side. Keep your abs engaged the whole time you're here. Reach for those heels. If you start to feel a strain in the neck, maybe bring the hands behind and tap the elbow to the same hip. Tap the elbow to the same hip. That'll help to hit those obliques still, while also allowing you to support your neck. 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna stretch it out. 3, 2, and 1. Reach the arms overhead. Walk those feet out in front of you. Big full body stretch, like someone's pulling on the hands, someone's pulling on the feet. And hug your knees in. Rock it side to side. Nice, easy stretching here. Just allowing that body to relax for just a moment. Stretching gets that body on the road to recovery before we even finish the workout. 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Coming over onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna hit some cat-cow from yoga. So you're gonna push that spine up toward the sky, tuck the chin, and pull that heart through, looking up toward the sky. Exhale, send that back up. Inhale, pulling that heart through the shoulders. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. One more, exhale, back. And inhale, forward. You're gonna come into just like a kneeling position on those knees. Send that left leg out to the left side. Reach that left arm down and reach over with the right arm. Getting a nice side body stretch. Ignore that timer, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Send that right leg out to the right side, left arm overhead. Nice side body stretch, opening up through the side, the ribs, the shoulder. Keep those hips pushed forward. Might feel a little inner thigh stretch as well. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands down, take your feet wide. Wide forward fold. I like to point my toes directly forward or even like pigeon toe myself just a little bit. I feel that stretch on the outside of my shins. Forward fold right here. If you want, maybe you lace the fingers behind the back and let the arms fall over the spine. Keeping your legs mostly straight. Don't lock your knees, but try and keep those knees as straight as possible with a soft knee, that micro bend that's not locking the knee out. If you have those arms overhead, bring them back down to the ground. Walk toward that right foot. Bring that nose to knee. And walk toward that left foot. Bring your nose to knee. Again, slight micro bend, not locking those knees out. 3, 2, 1. Hopper step those feet together. Forward fold. Hug hand to opposite elbow here. Relax your neck. Shake your neck out and really relax. Feel that upper back start to pull right between the shoulder blades. And switch the way those hands are hugged. Bring the hand that was on top to the bottom. And slowly rolling it up. Make sure blood's gonna get back up to your head. Maybe take a couple little bends through the knees. We're gonna stretch out those quads. Grab a foot, pull the foot back to your glute. Quad stretch. If you have a wall or something you need it, my balance is not so hot right now. Feel free to use that wall. If you need any more stretching, 3, 2, take this same foot, cross it over the knee of the leg that's on the ground, and sit down. Maybe you want to push that knee down gently, or maybe you want to reach down toward the ground to really deepen that hip stretch. I just put a video on YouTube like 2 or 3 days ago that's just like a 20-minute super deep stretch. So if you need more stretching, it's really good. It goes through literally every part of the body. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Opposite leg. Pulling it back to the glute. Push those hips forward. Ignore this chime. I'm just keeping the timer going so I can time the stretch, but we're not necessarily going with it now. Deep breathing. That heart rate should have really come down a lot. 3, 2, 1, cross that foot over the same knee and either come down into a little bit of a squat position, maybe pushing that knee down, or hit that forward fold. Make sure you drink plenty of water. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, I think, if you're in the Chicago area. I think all of you are. 3, 2, 1, and slow lift up, couple deep breaths. Inhale the arms up, big full body stretch. And exhale down, bending those knees. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. One more big stretch. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. Great job this morning. Thank you all for getting up and working out with me. Thank you, YouTube.